Hi, everyone. This is Kimberly Miller, owner of Healing with Excellence and the creator of the Healing with Excellence Practitioner Program. I created this program to teach individuals how to heal themselves and how to help current health professionals improve their client or patient outcomes. I also have some people that attend the course because they want a complete career change and they're passionate about learning how to help others heal. Some people ask me, though, if the course is going to be over their head, or what is the value to the course? How is it that I learn anything different that I would in med school or in nursing school? And sadly, there's a lot of critical pieces left out in addressing the root cause to chronic disease and in how to actually heal it. And once you have these puzzle pieces, the healing process is much more effective and the results are profound compared to what most people can accomplish. But other people believe that this course might be over their head. And so for me, I love to take complex topics, complex scientific issues, and turn them into something that's simple and teach individuals how to apply them, because knowledge is not power unless it's applied. So if I can teach the foundation, make it attainable, and people actually believe and understand how they can do it, then we're going to have a higher success rate and better health outcomes. So when I teach, that's the goal, is to create those outcomes. So I want to go through my course outline to explain the depth behind each night. Now, this course is completely online. You can attend a pre-recorded course at your leisure. So anytime someone registers for the pre-recorded course, they receive all the course materials, the information, and they have full-time and future mentorship by me. We have a private group once you complete the workshop, and you can ask questions at any time. And again, you can attend at your leisure. But I also teach it live through Zoom. So if you're part of the online program, you can attend live at any time in the future for free included, to ask questions that might have come about after you attended the course originally. What I love about teaching it online versus in person, in the past when I've taught in person, it was successful, but people would take notes and then they go back home and they weren't sure exactly what their note was, and it wasn't always a recorded class. So they couldn't go back and listen to the night to refresh their memory, or again, to watch it at their leisure. When the course is recorded or done live through Zoom, individuals can go back and cover just specific topics that they want to learn more about, or maybe they feel like they're not retaining the information. So how to read blood chemistry and how to fix their blood chemistry naturally. Things like that are what people seem to be passionate about with this online program. This course has never received less than a 5-star rating. Individuals continually give good feedback because they're learning something they've never heard before in any education that they've ever taken, nor has it been laid out in a way that actually creates, again, I have like over 90% heal rate for clients. And so they haven't seen this level of results until they've applied this foundational approach. So let me do a share screen real quick to help walk you through this outline. So the first night is an intro night. People introduce themselves, they tell me what they want to get out of the course, and you hear their background. What's amazing about this is you get to learn that we have all kinds of health professionals and professionals available to us to leverage as our group. We have a tribe. So I have some individuals that are nurse practitioners, physical therapists, massage therapists, personal trainers, bankers, homeschool moms, teachers. So we have a group of integrative professionals that we support each other. And when you get to see their introductions and you know that they're on our team, these are individuals you can reach out to at any time in the future to leverage them for guidance, to make sure you're making a sound decision, or to get insight into how, maybe the healthy way to address something chiropractically or massage therapy wise or physical therapy versus wasting time and money in the wrong direction. In that first night, I teach you what to expect. We set this outline and I start explaining what you're going to receive each night as far as your materials to follow along. And again, remember, when you sign up for a pre-recorded course, you get all those materials right up front. So on day 2, we review and understand health intake forms. So everybody, when they sign up, receives the health intake form, and I recommend you fill it out for yourself. It's about an 8-page form that I created to identify the root cause to issues. And I go through the interview process with each client and figure out, okay, what happened when, what do we need to address, what's causing the loss of homeostasis in their body, and how do we get back to it? So you go through the health paperwork for yourself. And as we go through the week, you follow along to see what could be impacting your personal health. And during that first night, as we go through the health intake forms, we also discuss the impacts of cellular stress based on Dr. Hans Selye's theory of stress and other teachings that I've received through endocrinology. But I teach you how stressors to the cell are causing you to lose homeostasis. I have a much more extensive course about cellular stress called Customized Cell Regeneration Training. But in this course, you learn enough to create great outcomes for yourself and to learn how certain things that you might not view as a stress are still stressing your physical body. And it's causing, again, the body to have the inability to sustain homeostasis. So you learn why I put everything I do on my health intake forms and how to start applying it to your personal health and how you would apply it to other individuals if this is your career. Then we go into the next night. We discuss micronutrient deficiencies and toxicities. You start to learn how to identify certain vitamin deficiencies, specific testing for that, how it would be repleted in a safe way within your scope of practice or for yourself so that you don't make mistakes. Because many of the companies that do micronutrient testing, when they tell you how to replete it, some of it is conventional education that sadly is often bought and paid for by the food or pharmaceutical industry. So even though you have a good test, you might not have an adequate repletion program that doesn't cause like pain or delay in your healing process. And some individuals believe vitamins are benign and they cannot get health problems by taking random supplements. But sadly, multiple toxicities can cause chronic disease up to death. So we talk about that, like a vitamin A toxicity. We also discuss the macros and micro energy needs of the human body. People might know how many gallons of gas their car needs or how many quarts of oil they need, but many people don't understand their true energy needs to have their 11 organ systems work correctly without a side effect, without a symptom. And that all connects to hormone imbalances. So we're addressing the root cause as to why someone might have a hormonal imbalance or why they might have negative symptoms that are not being corrected effectively through allopathic medicine. Now, what also happens during this week, many people send in their blood work, their blood chemistry. And if you're attending pre-recorded, you're going to see multiple examples of other people's blood work, but I explain how you actually correct all of the numbers naturally. So if someone has elevated AST or ALT, liver enzymes, or low AST and ALT, or do they have low white blood cell counts, low red blood cell counts? Are they having hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism? We talk about that, and I teach you the most common causes and how to start returning the body back to homeostasis to reverse those symptoms. We also discuss on night 4 how to utilize body composition for healing. Many people use body composition for aesthetics, how to look good on the outside, but they're not using it to learn if the body's healing itself, regenerating bone density, nerves, organ tissue. And when you know how to track that effectively, it can be life-changing and it can help prevent lost time because many people do weight loss programs where they might lose 20 pounds, but 10 of those pounds might be from lean body mass, such as bone density and cartilage, versus just from body fat. Or they might be gaining weight that they need to gain, like bone density or density in their kidneys. I've had elderly people that their kidneys are atrophying due to malnutrition, and as soon as they get the nutrition they need, their body starts to self-correct. So we're going to talk about that also. In night 4, we talk about how you can use a patient portal at the hospital to advocate for clients or patients when they're hospitalized, or to advocate for yourself to make sure that you're not being over-medicated or the wrong approach is being taken at the hospital. Sometimes if you go into the hospital, especially, of course, an emergency situation, you could have 3 or 4 things going on at the same time. And if they don't know your full history, they may not know which one to address first or which is the real top priority. And sometimes they're not looking at things like anemia or low sodium causing issues like in your heart rate or fluid retention, like edema. So I teach you how to look at that and how to advocate with your physician, or if you are a physician or nurse practitioner, chiropractor, how to help someone heal that more quickly than multiple supplements or different modalities that we might use that could take a lot longer? How do we create the best possible outcome? How do we prevent failed discharge? How do we prevent someone having to go back again and again and again? That's the main goal. And then how do we help someone sustain their quality of life? So then on day 5, we talk about how pain relates to emotions, visceral somatic relationships to the body, like how anger could be impacting the liver and the shoulder and muscle tightness, or how that also relates to various hormonal imbalances. So a lot of people, nobody's talking about their emotions and their physical pain. Now, some of these things I also might teach you what professionals to refer out to, like what other, like maybe they need something like EMDR or some other kind of licensed mental health counselor to help them through the process. But this helps, again, reduce lost time and ensure that you do the right modality at the right time. Because some individuals are being diagnosed with mental health disorders, but you can't fix some of the mental health issues until you fix the biochemistry or start fixing their malnutrition. And then when they meet with their counselor, the sessions will be much more effective. So we talk again about which modality should be placed at what time to create the best possible outcomes. We also discuss breathing patterns and meditation, how the breathing pattern can change the posture, can change the blood pressure, everything from chronic kidney disease to collagen wasting. We discuss all that and little exercises that you can do to help improve that. Posture considerations and movement therapy, we discuss how posture can impact specific organ health and specific symptoms in the body, and how neuromuscular compensations, like even neuromuscular compensations in the paraspinals, could impact the GI tract. Having misdiagnoses of like Crohn's disease, gastroparesis, irritable bowel syndrome, or we discuss healthy movement therapy because, like Paul Chek said, exercise is like a drug. You pick the right drug, it can save you. You pick the wrong drug, it can kill you. Well, exercise is the same thing. Some exercises are just increasing the problem, delaying the person's healing process, or actually creating the problem. And some individuals are overtraining, creating excess free radical production, not consuming enough antioxidants, and actually accelerating cell degeneration or cellular death. So we talk about how do you implement healthy exercise, the right exercise for the right person at the right time, or how do you choose what's right for you, depending on what you're in this course for, right? So on day 6, what we do is we recap and we discuss other modalities that are available to support healing. Because there's so many modalities out there, but me being in this industry for 30 years, I've seen what works the most efficient, what you might invest too much money in or just the right amount of money. Like for me personally, I don't mind investing money into healing if it's actually going to work. But I'm about efficiency. How do I invest my time and money into the things that are going to give me the greatest return? So we discuss the different modalities that are available that I don't always offer in every session that I have, or I might refer out to. But again, that way somebody is aware of what exists and they don't lose time, because there's so many things that so many people do not realize are available to help the body heal. What also happens during this time, I record 2 virtual calls with random people that I donate a wellness evaluation to, and they could be anywhere in the world. And I record that virtual wellness evaluation, and I share those recordings with the people in the class. So if it's someone that does want to do it as their career, or they're already working virtually, they can see how you can help someone anywhere in the world sometimes heal much more quickly than any other modality, because you're filling in the blanks. You're addressing these missing puzzle pieces. So when I send these 2 recorded calls, these wellness evaluations, the class watches them at their leisure. And then we do our follow-up call. We discuss what did they like about it? What didn't they like? They ask why I went a certain route with that call, or they share why they would have liked to address a different topic. And I explain why I did or did not address it during that call, or I agree with them and I say, yes, that could have been added in, not a problem. So as we finish that day 6, we also discuss any Q&As, questions about business implementation, how you can help be somebody's holistic health advocate, teaching them how to treat their body like a temple and how to add it into a current business model, or how, again, just to make sure you're applying this for themselves, to make sure we're actually walking the walk, because we can't give what we don't have. Now, there is a test associated with this course. It's 50 questions. The goal of the test is not to make anybody fearful, intimidated, or make them fail. I've never had anybody fail. The goal is just to make sure you know the information, and then it gets you thinking, because our brain learns by mistakes. So if you make a mistake on the test, you're never going to forget that again, and you know that. So it's multiple different questions about like how you could identify certain things in the body that, again, might be missed in allopathic medicine, and what are the common causes to hypothyroidism or complex regional pain syndrome. And so I've never had anybody that struggled with the test, and they've always appreciated learning from it. So what we do, each person has a week after they complete day 6 to complete the test, get it into me, and we do a follow-up call afterwards as a team if you're attending live. If you're attending on your own time, you can send in the test whenever you'd like. You let me know when you're done with day 6, I send you the test, you send it back to me, you and I review it together and make sure that you feel confident moving forward with this education. When we're attending live, we all follow up as a team. We discuss those 2 recorded calls I talked about. We discuss the test review and why some of the answers were what they were. Again, how to implement that into practice, into their own life or into their professional career. And then, of course, we finish up with any questions, and everybody that completed the program receives practitioner certification and is added to a private group I have where they can post questions at any time about any ailment. And also they can search any previous ailments that have been discussed. We share case studies, and we share each other's knowledge and background to support each other as a team, definitely like a Healing with Excellence tribe. We have an international healing team with over 40 people right now, again, from all walks of life. And so I'm very excited to share that. If you're interested in attending this program for your own education, your own health, or to help with your patient or client outcomes, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to address any questions you have. We really need to have authentic information, and each of us that are seeking answers to feel well deserve to actually get the outcomes we're seeking. We deserve to get the outcomes we're investing in, and I want to be able to offer that support to you so that we can reduce these continually rising negative health statistics, especially in the United States, but all over the world. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to serving you in the future.